Hey YouTube, Amy here again, bringing you my Cardfight Vanguard Overdress deck profile. I'm not going to waffle on, so without further ado, let's just get right in there and I can show you off my deck profile. So for the ride line, we have the Energy Generator, our Grade 0, which is Surprise Egg, our Grade 1, Heart Pounding Blaze Maiden Reno, our Grade 2 unit, Snuggling Blaze Maiden Rayu, and our Grade 3 unit, Chakrabarthi Phoenix Dragon Nirvana Java. Let's just move the ride line over there out of the way. For the main deck, we have 3 additional copies of Nirvana Java. I run 1 copy of Brilliant Equip Bram Virena for the first of the crossover dress units. 3 copies of Blazing Holy Sword equipped Stra Virena. I did used to run 4, but I have taken a couple of cards out of this deck to test out a new card in the deck, which you will be seeing in this deck profile. 1 copy of Sturdy Wall Equip Vils Virena. And 2 copies of Mirror Reflection Equip Mirrors Virena. I did used to run 3, but this was also a card I removed 1 copy of for the other card that I replaced, that I'm testing out in place of 4 Stra Virena and 3 of this card. Next up, 4 copies of Blazing Heavenly Render Equip Dragon Apogea. Or Apogea, I don't know exactly how it's correctly said, but we've got 4 copies of this. 2 copies of Blazing Heavenly Spearhead Equipped Dragon Nandika. 2 copies of Strike Equipped Dragon Strugalio. 2 copies of Illuminate Equipped Dragon Grulu Mirror. 2 copies of Blazing Heavenly Break Equipped Dragon Kolmadak. 2 copies of Blazing Heavenly / Equipped Dragon Drahas. And next up is the unit that I am currently testing out, and that is the new promo that was released with the Springfest shop challenges. For standard, I believe it was, Blaze Maiden Cindy. So I'm testing out 2 copies of this in the deck to see how it works with the crossover dress variation. Next up for perfect guards, we have 3 copies of Sparkle Rejector Dragon and 1 copy of Elementaria Sanctitude. 4 copies of everyone's favourite Trickstar. So standard, well, you can run Trickstar in the ride line as well, but I prefer to run 4 copies of it in my main deck. But that's just my personal preference, but you can do with the deck whatever you want. And now for the trigger lineup. So first off, we have 4 copies of Burning Flail Dragon, which is the first of my critical triggers, because I do run a stronger crit lineup for triggers than anything else in this deck. And 3 copies of Blaze War Monk Sogyo, so I run 7 crits in my crossover dress deck. Four copies of the Dragon Empire Draw Trigger Flare Veil Dragon. For heal triggers, I run 3 copies of Blaze Maiden Rioni and 1 copy of Stealth Fiend Tamari Hime for the heal triggers. And lastly, for the over trigger, Dragon Deity King of Resurgence Dragvida. But there you go. There is my cross overdress deck profile, and I will see you on my channel with the next installment of my Cardfight Vanguard deck series.